speak about. Her speech is titled, Why I'm Passionate About Real Estate. I'm sure it's going to be a doozy.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be up here. Can't you tell I'm just bright today? All right. Well, who in this room enjoy their career so much that it doesn't feel like they're working at all? Who can't wait? Who can't wait to wake up in the morning and go check their email, whether on their computer or on their phone? Who does that? Okay. All right, Brian, you. My topic is really about myself. Why I'm passionate about real estate. I wanted to tell you, there are 3 reasons, and one of them is being my own boss. The second one is about being a good marketer and also having that personal touch. And the third one is just having the freedom to work wherever and whenever I want to. So as far as being my own boss, so I can put on this hat. There's 3 hats that I actually wear. One, I'm the CEO, which means I establish the goals for my year. So for 2017, my goal was to sell 10 million in sales. So I'll make my sales and marketing a top priority. And then another hat that I wear is the COO. That means with the COO is the deal maker. That's when I'm working with the client when they're going through their transaction. And that's when I get to transform clients into advocates for me for future referral, future business, and also maximize my time and energy. And then the other hat that I wear is the CFO, or the moneymaker. I take financial control of the business, tracks all my activities and results, weighs the financial implication of all decisions and opportunities. So I'm gonna put this hat on. That's not always the fun part to talk about as far as real estate. I don't know if you knew, but before I got into real estate, I would get fired a lot. You know, we've heard about Brian with, his story about when he was selling pizza and, getting his, manager pregnant and doing drugs. Well, my career wasn't that exciting. I would get fired on the job. It's like, okay, well, I guess it's really time for me to be self-employed. No more punching in the clock. No more taking orders from a manager, right? So my second point about why I'm passionate about real estate is that learning to be a very good marketer and also having that personal touch. I find myself being in real estate, I have to be so creative and use different ways of creativity to get people's attention. One of them, for example, can you believe, I'm going to pass this around, and I have to tell you how I came up with this flyer, and it's really funny. It says, did you hear 3660 Hawkins Court sold in 2 weeks? So this is a recent listing of mine, and I have to tell you how I got this listing is just writing a letter to homeowners in this one neighborhood that I sold out in Spanish Springs. And the only difference that I did is in the front is I hand wrote the 2 address, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Kilpatrick, with my handwriting. So I guess they liked my handwriting and gave me a call. They sent me a lovely email on Valentine's Day this year. And then we met a month later and I got the listing. But I wanted to share with you, this is so funny. In real estate, when you have something negative happen, you turn it to a positive. So a couple years ago, I had a listing, it's off Lighthouse in zip code 89511. And then we were in contract, and then later on, my seller had emailed me, hey, this guy just sold his house, his listing, in 2 days. was like, well, that's great. Well, the bad thing for me was I lost my listing. To make the story short, I lost my listing. And guess who got my listing? That guy. We'll just call him Realtor Justin. So that was his that was his marketing piece. Did you hear? You know, such and such property sold in 2 days, 5 days, whatever. So I decided, you know, I'm going to turn this into a positive. So I end up using his marketing techniques, and I have gotten business from that ever since. So when you get something negative, turn it into a positive. Some of my other great marketing ideas that I've done is door knocking. One time, in Hidden Valley, it was like the third door that I knocked on, and I end up representing that seller and also the buyer. Isn't that great? I mean, who would have thought? Being in real estate, you have just potential, lots of potential to make, you know, lots of income. It's just by how you market yourself. So I was really excited, and I even got a thank you card from my buyers, and I also sold their house. And the nice thing about that piece was the same buyer that bought that listing, I met them at an open house. He showed up really late. We were like walking out, and he's like, "Are you guys still open?" I'm like, "Of course we are, come on in." So he came in, and then I ended up showing them properties like 2 days later. And the first thing his wife said was, "You know, Twee, we're working with another realtor, Mike so-and-so." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, you know, work with whoever you're comfortable with." Well, it was me that they were comfortable with, and it was so exciting. And they even adopted me, so I'm their daughter. All right, so those are some of the things that I do with marketing in real estate. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is just the freedom to work whenever and wherever I want to. I really like the fact that, like last night, we did a chef program for Ronald McDonald. That was from 4:30 to 6. I really like the flexibility of real estate being my own boss, where I could have, you know, go to a function like this during the day, and I could just tell people, "Oh yeah, I'm in a meeting." I could be on vacation right now, and if Margie calls me like, "Hey, Twee, I want to know what the comps for my house is," like, "Oh, thank you." Well, let me wrap it up. So as you know, whenever you're doing something that you're really passionate about, it won't feel like you're working at all. Just be able to inspire people, smile, and just enjoy your day, and people can see that you love your job. Thank you.